Yes says we're live. Let's see if YouTube agrees. I don't get the emails anymore. I don't know when that changed, but yes, YouTube says we're live. Rock and roll. Let's put the pre-written post in the video plugs. Let everybody know.
All right.
We're starting early.
Wait for Heaven to come in.
Well, Heaven might have thought he had a half hour. Might not be ready.
True.
Oh no. I did say, hey, it's at 6 o'clock, and now here it is. Earlier than 6. It's fine. It's fine. I don't
And
mind one bit.
my wife was like, I think I'm going to go to a pickleball class this evening. And I'm like, okay, sure. So let's get this in early if we can.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a no problem situation for me. I just had to get it all fired up. I was still downstairs on the couch. Got to come up to the office and lock in and log in. But I said 10 minutes, and it took about 10 minutes. So here we are. And we are, as far as I can tell, we are talking to nobody. We are talking to whoever watches this later. But anybody that shows up live didn't get any of that. It's a mystery to them as to why we started early. Don't tell anybody. It's you had to have been there or watch it later. Probably gonna cut it out actually. I'll just go in and slice it. Alrighty. How we feeling today, Daddy? Season positive, season negative. What are you thinking?
I think pretty good, man. I had a good time this season. I wrapped up my last game today. It was another close one, so
It was a
real close losses, my last two games, but I had a really good time building with Sam. It's good to have a little draft partner.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's sort of like reignited my my passion for draft. I've been, I don't know, a little out of it the last few seasons, but having somebody to bounce ideas around with, and it's kind of his team too, you know what I mean? So he feels pretty committed to it. It's been a lot of fun, and the matches have been awesome, even though the format is leaves a little to be desired.
Medium.
It's medium.
Yeah,
It feels pretty medium.
I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be not that great of a format. Like I thought it was gonna be just bring your 6 most expensive mons every week, and everybody and there's not going to be tons of depth to a lot of it. And I think to a degree that was a little bit true, but overall I think the teams and the battles and the matches were all totally fun. I never had issues finding stuff to talk about and matches to watch. There was always some cool stuff going on, and I think that's just the strength of the draft format generally. The draft is kind of self-correcting, right? If everybody, as long as everybody's working from the same pool, then kind of whatever the pool looks like, everybody gets to look at and make their own judgments about what's good and what's bad and what they're interested in doing and what seems like a waste of time, and then go forward from there. And so, unsurprisingly, still a fan of Pokemon Draft League, even though I haven't played for like 2.5 years now, or maybe 2 years.
No. We have so many like veteran players, and everybody's really talented. And I will say that I think Terra was a really fun gimmick, but I kind of like getting back to the basics a little bit less shock factor this season. No surprise Terra Fairy, no no crazy items that you wouldn't really expect as much. It feels like it's a little more just about the way play feels a little bit more important.
Yeah, totally. I
relative
think
to
a thing that has been more important this season too is like lead choices. Like the battle really starts at team preview, and there just isn't you don't have as much of a Terra cushion and stuff like that to kind of like be like, oh, let's get that defensive Terra so I can do what I need to do or whatever. And you
For
just kind
sure.
of got to
And
be
so
on
many
top
of
of it
my
more.
games, like personally, feel like they've come down to calling the correct protect and trying to call out switches on the opponent and, you know, predicting double protect and getting up a dragon dance or a swords dance or something at the right moment.
Yeah, that even the game you played today. We're not going to watch your games today, but the
Mhm.
that turn one of the second game that Prime
Yeah,
Sparks just called you out on 100%
yeah.
and was just miles ahead as a result in that
Yeah,
second
we
game.
talked about that one in DMs. The game was just over. So my thinking on that turn was, okay, he's gonna protect Delphox because he knows I'm gonna fake out something. So I'm gonna use the opportunity to get a sub up because Frost isn't gonna take that much damage from Garchomp with the snow boost. And Prime Spark said, no, I'm just gonna click Fire Blast and you're gonna lose the game right now.
Just gonna get it done. Yeah, it was that was a, and then game three ended up sick also.
Yeah, so it almost all three of the games in
Yeah,
that
all three
set,
of
there
those
was
games were pretty good.
just certain things. If one of us had made a different call than we did, game one, Prime Sparks could have. There was I think it was turn three or something. Maybe if he would have called that differently, he could have won game one, and then game two we already talked about. Game three there was similar things. So it makes it really fun and exciting to play. So I don't like feel bad when I lose. It's not like a I don't know. Terra Dynamax era, there would be just like this super unexpected stuff. Like, how could you ever prep for this? And
Yeah.
um, this one, I feel like we both prepped for each other really well, and then it just came down to play, and I got outplayed.
Yep. It was a good game, and it has really been a good season overall. Oh, before I forget, I I owe an at the top apology to my brother for my slanderous words last week of saying he still wears transitions glasses. He has not worn transitions for years apparently. I just didn't notice. So we got to get that
Sorry,
one on the
Dom.
record. That one's recorded. I was wrong. My my brother does not wear transitions lenses, and I apologize for saying that he did. With that egregious error now corrected, you want to take a look at this first battle?
Let's do it.
All right, let's fire it up here. We have got, this is Electric versus Queer Croc, game 3 of the set. Game 1, that we've got some like good protects happening, which I always love a good well predicted protect. If at any point any of the attacks that Electric makes into a protect, if they hit instead, then I think Electric wins. Like if any one of the like 3 or 4 times that happened, he just basically Electric just needed like one additional hit, and so Queer Croc wins that first game. Game 2 is kind of just the Sinistra show, and then we're gonna watch game 3 here. Have you watched this yet? Have you? How
I
much of the
have.
games this week have you watched?
I've watched. I watch every game,
You watch them
but
all.
I forget things very easily. So
Well, there's a lot of them,
right,
so fair
I don't
enough.
have a notebook. You know this.
Yes. Alrighty, here we go. So we get Kang, and we get Chandelure from Queer Croc, and then we get Mega Pinsir here, and the Sandaconda out of Electric. Immediately Mega Evolving, because why wouldn't you? Like, it's just useless if it's not a Mega.
Always love to see Pinsir, and Electric left the Torkoal at home, which is interesting.
Yeah, no Torkoal at all, and brought the Pinsir instead. Do a little bit of phasing there. The Jolteon comes in, finishes off the Kang, and Chandelure chip damage plus aerialate body slam is definitely going to kill that Chandelure there, which puts Electric up 4-2 right away. We get the Floette and the Scovillain in, and Scovillain is just like, oh no, how have things gone so terribly? This Pinsir is here to ruin my day.
And the speed advantage on Electric side is huge. Jolteon is such a good mon for this predominantly Trick Room oriented team.
Yeah, it does do a really nice job. We get the crit there that kills the Pinsir. Pinsir's
the crit
pretty dirt frail. Probably dies without that because like Floette is extremely strong and Pinsir is very frail compared. So probably dies anyway, but you know, crit's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, a 1v3 with a speed drop means you just gotta take hits before you can dish them out, and Floette just is not going to be able to take enough hits.
Yeah, that Thunderbolt doing decent damage. Jolteon and Pinsir looked amazing here in this game 3.
Yeah, also have the Pinsir shows faint in game 2, so like until that Pinsir's dead, Quick Rock basically is just like, well, I can never protect, so I gotta just attack. And when the Jolteon came in, it was like, you know, it could have just as easily been I don't know, I guess the only 3 mons we saw was Pinsir, Jolteon, and Sandaconda. So it could have been whatever the 4th mon was, maybe Sinistcha or something like that instead that had gotten pulled in with the circle throw. But it being the Jolteon and Electric essentially getting that in for free on turn 2 was also extremely huge.
It's the problem with those phasing moves. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, when it's like, I don't care who comes in, I just need Farigiraf out, then you're totally happy to just throw it out there and whatever happens.
Yeah. And then it's surprise, you thought I was going slow. I'm not.
Yeah, and it was I believe it was a Trick Room game 2. Yeah, so Electric played game 1 with this kind of faster mode and didn't win. Went to Trick Room for game 2, won, and then made the call, I'm going back to fast mode for game 3. Or at least, you know, broadly speaking, the fast mode, right? Jolteon and Pinsir are both there, right? And it totally paid off. Well done to Electric, making playoffs once again.
Unbelievable. 15 seasons in a row, I think it was.
17 seasons.
Wow.
Or whatever season they started. Was it season 4? Season 5? Something like that. Whatever season, they've made playoffs every single one since then. So
remarkable consistency from Electric.
Yeah, crit. And there have been some squeakers too. I think one season it was in on tiebreakers. More than one, it's I have to win week 7 or I don't make playoffs. So, you know, does it when they have to. Alrighty. Season 5, popping, jumping in the chat there, saying Electric joined season 5. It certainly sounds plausible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what do we got next here? We've got Tay versus Purple is next. Now, I don't know if you remember, Daddy, but in the Olds review, Purple said, I think I'm going to beat Tay this season.
I do remember that.
Or something, words to that effect.
Yeah.
Words to that effect, right? I can beat Tay. I can beat this team. I'm going to beat Tay. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to watch game 3 of this set. So, you know, Purple did win. Tay wins game 1. Purple wins game 2. And we go to a game 3.
Ditto is such good value in formats.
Ditto's
like
crazy, yeah. Came multiple times throughout the season. I think only Tay has it, so it must have been Tay every time. But Yeah,
It is
has
just
come.
the bane of tiering in so many ways. Like you can't make it too expensive because a lot of the time it's not good. But if you can
Yeah, because
copy
it's
a
bad.
mega, like man,
But yeah,
if
or
you can
maybe
copy a legendary in those
a
type of format,
crit
or no,
boosted Hydreigon,
right, right.
which is
Spoiler
maybe
alert.
what we're gonna see here. Which I didn't even. So back in the day, Ditto just copied the stat numbers, like post boost stat numbers. But I think in like
Hmm.
maybe Gen 5 or Gen 6, something like that, it became copies the base stats and then it copies the boosts. So you get the same, but you couldn't like transform into a +6 mon and then also +6 yourself.
Hmm.
Um, but it never even occurred to me that it would copy crit boosts as well, and that is going to happen here. So keep one eye out for that. But let's go ahead and fire this one up here. So when I'm taking my notes here, this turn one, I paused at the end of this turn one. In game two, it's the same leads from both players, and in game two they trade fake outs. Right, Lopunny fakes out Infernape, and Kang fakes out Hydrapple, or maybe Infernape fakes out Hydrapple and Kang, and Lopunny fakes out Kang. But regardless, right? They just trade fake outs, and then Purple goes on to kind of just snowball and run away with it. It looks like maybe the same thing is going to happen in game three here, and it does not. And Tay makes a big call, and it is huge. Does not fake out with Kang, and just Drain Punch kills the Lopunny.
One shot the mega.
One shot the mega. It does crit, and I definitely did not pull up a damage calc and check to see how important that crit is, but it is a super effective hit. It's not.
Lopunny also pretty frail,
Yeah,
so
Lopunny pretty frail. So, and Kangaskhan pretty strong. So like maybe the crit matters, but also that was only the first hit, so you still have the parental bond hit to finish it off, or something like that. I don't know that it super matters, but the fact that it kills the Lopunny is what matters. Oh no, I can't edit out the start. LS knows the secrets.
oh shoot.
Don't worry, LS. I would never go so far as to make that kind of effort. So I was lying from the beginning. But yeah. So this turn one feels like Tay wins this game right here, because things just go so differently after that. Get a breaking swipe, does some attack debuffs.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about before we started the stream. Like those the big call outs just can
Yeah.
determine the outcome of so many games in this format. There's no comeback button. I guess mega, but that's pretty predictable.
Just Hydrapple doing some debuffs here. Switching out. We get the Salazzle in. That Heat Wave not killing the Mamoswine, pretty rough for Purple, but it does catch the burn, which is nice, which means between the boost, or the debuff, the burn, and the fact that Salazzle is a fire type, that Icicle Crash does nothing to Salazzle. And this Kang being -2 is also pretty rough.
Right, both these physical attackers on Tay's side not doing too much out here. Hydreigon takes a pretty nice chunk from that Drain Punch, but it can take another one. So, and here's the crit boost.
And Draco Meteor misses.
And a miss.
Which is rough, because I think purple is like totally back in it, probably even ahead if that Draco Meteor does kill the Kang. But now, yeah, we've got Mamo Ice Sharding here, finishes off the Salazzle, and Hydreigon is under some pressure with the Kangaskhan and the Mamoswine. Get that Ice Shard, yeah, only doing a little bit because of the burn and the debuff, but still, yeah, Kang not dying. It just keeps not dying. all season. Hydreigon also doesn't die. This has been the season of live on 2%.
Yeah.
It happens constantly. I don't know if we all just got better at calcs. We just know what we need to calc for better, or I'm just noticing it and it's always happened.
Yeah, I don't think you're
Or
calking for Hydreigon at 68% taking a half damage drain punch from Mega King. I don't think so, but maybe, who knows?
yeah, it seems unlikely, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm just noticing it more now as well. Who knows?
For sure, yeah. Well, those are the heat moments, right? Those are the ones that
Yeah, that I'm
you're
looking for
showing
these
us every
days.
week.
Absolutely.
I think Steve or somebody that made a video had a big false focus sash moment this week. Something lived on 1%.
I mean, it's
Always
just
exciting.
happening all the time now, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm.
Yeah, so this
And here's
Ditto
the
comes
crit
in,
boost.
copies the crit boost, doesn't get the crit on the Draco Meteor, but doesn't actually need it because it was always going to kill anyway. And yeah, this Ditto comes in and finishes it up.
And as the 3 seed, I am prepared to play Tay in the playoffs. Can't wait for that one.
Alrighty, we got. Next up, we're gonna watch Jordan versus Firefalls here. Another game 3. We're watching a lot of game 3s. We're not ending on a game 3, but this one.
Yeah, we were
another
talking a little bit about Jordan's team in particular, and a lot of game 3s for Jordan this season, and he clutched out a lot of them, including against me. So kind of, what was he, 5-2, like +2 or something, final record? That's a lot of close sets.
Yeah, it's a lot of close sets. It's a tough 5-2.
Yeah.
Dang, season 5 was BDSP. It was that long ago. In my mind, BDSP was like 9 or 11 or something like that. But we did like 2.5 or 3 full years on Gen 9 Terra formats of various kinds. So Electric, though, confirming season 5 was the first season in the unbroken chain.
Sounds about right. Yeah, but Dynamax seems so long ago. BDSP does not. That's kind of crazy to hear.
I know, right? So this is like I said, this is game 3 of this set. Game 1, we reveal the side flatter plus cotton guard on this Slurpuff to it's a save it for week 7 kind of thing apparently. Jordan's got a lot of physical attackers, so cotton guard plus some pressure makes a lot of sense here. And then the game 2, or was it game 1 or game 2? It's game 1. It comes down to if Firefalls gets a crit, he wins. If he doesn't, he loses, and he does not get the crit. And then game 2, turn 2. My note says game 2, turn 2. Switch, volt switch. Game 2 also comes down to a Toxicroak versus Hisuian Gudra, and if Firefalls gets the crit, then Firefalls wins. Firefalls does get the crit that time, and takes it to a game 3, and then that's what we're going to watch here. So we get the Dragapult, we get the Crocodile, and then we get Slurpuff and Toxicroak on Firefall's side here.
Love to see the Slurpuff here. What does it go for turn 1?
Exciting. It's going to be, we get the Fake Out here, and then the Cotton Guard versus these 2 physical mons makes a ton of sense here. Like, there's just not a ton to there's just not a ton to pressure this Slurpuff here between these 2 mons, particularly at +3, and then the flatter into a Lumberry to give it some offensive pressure as well, and a second Cotton Guard giving it +6, and Gunk Shot still doing 24% is crazy. in
That
a
is
situation like that.
crazy.
But yeah, Draining
Is
Kiss
that
now
Draining Kiss? Get it all back.
slurps it up. Finish off with the close combat, even burned. Definitely good for 20% there. And Jordan kind of behind it now. Like, how are we going to deal with this? The Slurp Puff burn is not a bad thought.
Yeah,
And
it'll
we
give
see
you a
the
little
Calm
residual
Mind.
damage.
I believe we do not see Calm Mind in game one. We only saw the Cotton Guard and the Draining Kiss. But having Calm Mind, and we're gonna see Surf as its fourth move, is gonna just give Firefalls like just more tools to keep this Slurpuff alive forever, basically. But yeah, it's now Calm Minded. It's a +1 defense, +2 attack after that, special attack after the flatter, and max defense here. Draining Kiss just killing things. Back to full every turn. Who cares about this burn? Shelter hoping for body press crits on Jordan's side. And we'll get the Raichu in. Finishes off the Politoed. Firefalls. Nothing to fear here. Just take another Calm Mind. Why not?
Yeah, if only this thing had skill swap to get the shell armor from the Gudra, right? That'd be fun.
Faking out again. And we see the Surf.
So cool.
Rain boosted. Kills the Raichu. You know, Hisuian Gudra has put Jordan's team in its shell and carried several times this season. But this does not seem like it's going to be one of them. As I'm watching this, I'm like, what? Like, there's just no way out of this, right?
It's got to be a crit, yeah, and it has to be this turn.
Need crit body
this
presses,
turn.
and the just not likely to happen. And the Basculate.
I forgot Firefalls had another Mon.
Yeah, everybody's favorite Basculegion to just come in and last respects. Base 150.
Yeah.
Stab adaptability.
Doing very little.
Only doing 20%.
Yeah.
Because the Gudra was also at +6 defense.
Love this Slurpuff there. It's these kind of games that make you wonder as a coach at the end of the season, like the stuff you bring in week 7 in a game that doesn't really matter. Like, could I have done something like this earlier in the season and gotten those wins that I needed, you know?
Yeah. It's also often the sort of thing that is kind of only going to work once. And if you see the Slurpuff at team preview a second time, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to taunt that thing.
True.
And
okay, true.
I truly don't care.
But you could do unburdened stuff with it. But then I don't know if it's...
True.
Like outside of Calm Minding and Cotton Guarding, String Shot, and I don't know. There's things you can do. Like there are Mons on my roster that there are so many weeks that I cut something like Alchemy, and then I play the game and I'm like, oh shit, if I had Alchemy right now, this would be amazing. Alchemy. You know, like yeah. Totally. So I don't know. It's always fun to see games like this. Totally. And then in future seasons, people are gonna remember Slurpuff. You know, it'll get drafted again and.
Yeah,
because somebody saw
like,
this.
Oh yeah, it's got great stalling moves and it lasts forever. Right. Cotton Guard and Draining Kiss is a great combo.
How is it 1 point?
Yeah, Slurpuff is 2 points. What?
Yeah.
Well,
round 1.
Try it. You know.
Right.
All right, last one. And speaking of playing matches with some craziness that in a match that doesn't super matter for either coach. This is game 1 of Poppin versus LS. Shoutouts LS in the chat.
Thank you
Shoutouts
so
Poppin,
much
also in the chat.
Thank you so much for picking an LS game that does not feature Beartic. I love that for LS. This is amazing.
I only brought it like once all season and I didn't win that game. So
yeah.
I don't know what
This is great. No, this is a fun set too.
If Beartic had been all over the the top of the MVP leaderboards, probably would have shown up a little bit. But yeah, this is a crazy match. Both of them definitely taking the let's try some weird stuff approach to this final week. by mutual acclamation. Like, that was the
Oh, for
plan.
sure.
Both of them knew it going in. So it's not like, one of them did and the other didn't, and so just got
It's
stomped.
it's a shame we didn't get to see the full Agron setup. That would have been amazing
Yeah,
with the
this
water
this
bubble skill
Agron
swap or entrainment.
entrainment to get water bubble and then soak to make it a water type to get
Yeah.
a water stab as well. Like, it's a lot of
5
work.
turn setup to make
Yeah.
Agron do minimal damage.
Oh, Electric, holding out hope that you have at least one weekly Heat appearance this season. Oh, go back in time, my friend. It happened earlier today
Sure
on this
did.
very episode. You merely missed
Saving
it.
the
It
best
was,
for last.
It's the one we started with. You just slid in right after we finished, apparently.
Yeah,
But
beyond
we-
time, Electric. You know you got to
we
show up
watched it
30
first.
minutes early.
Yeah, it is just now 6:00, which is when we had originally said we were gonna do this. But anyway, let's watch this silliness here, because it's certainly something.
This is what draft is all about.
We get the chestnut, we get the Florgus.
My lady.
Yeah, and the Lopunny here. Both, as it turns out, both coaches setting up terrains this week as part of their plans. We get a psychic terrain out of Poppin, and then turn 2 here, we're gonna get a grassy terrain from and honestly, just a good protect call here. Get the
That
grassy
Hyper
terrain
Voice
set
did-
up.
That Hyper Voice did so little to the Florges. It's crazy.
Oh well, Floor just has like a trillion
I
special
know.
defense. It's so good.
Like gunk shot on a +6 defense. Slurpuff did more than that. Hyper Voice
Yeah.
at neutral.
Truly. Oh. Poppin saying, "Look, it does work. Just didn't work this time." But yeah, so this belly drum grassy glide, grassy terrain stuff is actually just straight up sick from LS. Cool stuff.
Yeah. LS tactically saving the citrus berry for after the belly drum.
Naturally.
Amazing. Amazing. Set up that grassy terrain again. Let's go.
Yeah, and the Gallade is dead, so there's no change in it now, right?
Yeah. Floor just goes down, but I don't know if that's the threat right now.
The Araquanid in.
And here comes the physical Frostlass.
Yeah, copying the +5 or +6 rather. Well, technically belly drum does +12, so that if you're at -6, it still maximizes you. But yeah, psych up, copying the attack boosts here. So giving the water type, but doesn't.
Snow is falling. The terrain is grassy. The quick claw is activating. Amazing.
And yeah, Poltergeist here to just start. Then I started blasting. Game 2 is largely as one-sided as game 1 was here, but yeah, if you want to see Poppin actually have some success in a game with these nonsense best of 1 strats here he's trying to bring to a best of 3. I don't remember whether he posted that clip into like the mod chat or something like that, or if he posted it in the discussion channel in the main VBL Discord. But feel free to post a link again if it's not already publicly available to the masses, because it was funny. It was good stuff. But the funnier, gooder stuff is psych up Frostlass to attack with Poltergeist after
Getting soaked.
after belly drum. Chestnut takes some grassy glide kills. All right, Poppin's going to post it in. Excellent. All right, and that does it for Weekly Heat Season 19. We have once again come to the end. And
But we're just getting started because playoffs are right around the corner.
Yep, playoffs time. We got the rest of this week for people to finish their matches and to pick playoff opponents. So finish your matches quick, people, so that opponents can get chosen. And then next week will be week 1 games. And then the following week will be semifinals, finals, and then grand finals. We'll probably do a finals a semifinals, grand finals combo stream again, like we generally have. I currently have no plans to do round 1 matches, but I could be convinced if somebody wants to do them with me, or if somebody else wants to do them, let me know. I'll send you links. But yeah, you got any final thoughts for the fans?
Yeah, man, it's been a fun season. Always a pleasure to be on Weekly Heat. Any playoff streams coming up, let me know if I'm around. I'll hop on. Provide my very high level commentary. Got my notebook here in front of me.
Oh no, you've confused yourself with me. That's what I do. I have a notebook in front of me with pages and pages of notes for no one.
See, I do that I always confuse myself with James. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what people bring, and then next season getting some new items, some new megas in the format. Very exciting stuff. So keep it up, VBL.
Fun stuff. Electric shouting out says, "Love to stream playoffs with you." I assume they mean with you. A Daddy Electric playoff match or playoff stream sounds like fun.
I'd be very happy to do that.
There you go. It's official. Lock it in. All right. Watch out for strangers. They might just be a friend you haven't met yet, or they might be a murderer. So head on a swivel, guys. We love you very much.
So stay away from them either way.
Peace.